Welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who is currently recording this while riding a moped. It's Jake Lewitt.
Hey, Mark. Good to talk to you again.
I mean, you're impressive, man. You recorded the Piranha 3D one on a jet ski. You recorded a jet ski podcast on a jet ski, and now you're mopeding and recording.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where I'm no longer impressed by my actions. This is just day to day for me. So you can make a big deal of it if you will, but this is just my life, you know?
I don't hear traffic.
It's pretty quiet around here. I mean, it's pretty late at night.
But
we've had some bad weather recently, so the road's been pretty clear.
I figured I could hear a whir from the moped. This is no bumps, man. And you're looking at,
so.
You have your notes with you in one hand. So you're driving with one hand and you have notes with the other hand.
I mean, you think I'm driving with one hand. I have a bottle of water in the other hand. So this is all my thighs. Just I've been working out with my thighs. It's all controlling the moped. I'm a no hands.
Wow.
I'm a no hands guy. The Movies, Films and Flicks podcast does not endorse driving a moped with no hands. But that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my life into my thighs.
And well, that's you know what? I've been on this earth for 37 years, and I never thought I'd hear that line. So after 250 some episodes of the Movies, Films and Flicks podcast. That's the first time we've ever heard that line. Wow.
No, you should sell T-shirts. Taking my life into my thighs.
And it's you holding a Swimfan DVD with a bottle of water in your other.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you have? When back in the day, when you go through a drive-through and like a Burger King or McDonald's, whatever restaurant, and they have those BK headsets on, Burger King headsets. Is that what you're talking into?
Yeah, their reception's pretty good. Battery life's decent. So, I mean, it seems to be working so far. It works on a jet ski, so I figure it can work on a moped.
Wow. And you managed to rip yourself off of that jet ski too.
It was tough. I had to give up that jet ski lifestyle. It wasn't practical to, get to my job, which is landlocked. So I just had to, I picked the next best thing. Like, what's a jet ski for the land? What's an impractical, relatively slow mode of transport that can still weave its way through bigger things? And it's a moped. It's got to be a moped. It has to be. So.
Dude, this is great. I love it. And, I'll have a little bit of post-production work, but I think it'll be great. Now, I'm really surprised that we finally got
this is where it all began.
So, all right, let me give you a little history. I don't think I've ever told you this. So, John Lazovath, one of the original co-hosts of this, I think he did probably the first 100 episodes. And I used to joke around about Swimfan ever since it came out, right? Since, 2002. He and I have just been joking around about how we're never going to watch Swimfan, but we've always owned copies of it. So he would just send me a copy of Swimfan. And it's like, Mark, I now own Swimfan Hoffmeyer as the delivery address. So we had this bit about Swimfan. It was kind of like my old Kramer versus Kramer that I always use now. I'm probably running that into the ground. And
have you never seen Kramer versus Kramer?
Oh, no, I have. But whenever people are like, yeah, it's a great comedy up there with Ace Ventura, then I'm like, yeah, Kramer versus Kramer.
Yeah.
It's like, so we'd always do Swimfan. And one time he sent it to me and I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch it. So I sat down with my wife, Megan, and we watched it. And then I made a joke about it. I was like, I feel like I built it up too much in my head after watching it. And then I pitched it to you about Swimfan because I have a weird curiosity with this movie. And
well, you pitched it to me back on the sports movie draft Lambcast where you picked it.
Oh, yeah.
I think this was your first round pick was Swimfan.
I did pick Swimfan.
And you had an early pick. It was like one of the first picks in the entire draft was Swimfan, and it left myself and the other guests a little dumbfounded, mainly because I was unfamiliar with Swimfan. It was not something that I'd come across my way before.
Oh wait, I picked Goon first, right, and then Swimfan.
Yes, yeah, something like that. But it was still far earlier in the draft than Swimfan should have been picked, and that was the what caused the whole Soggy Saga to occur. Because you basically said, oh, you have to come on my show and talk about Swimfan. I was like, okay. And then from that we spawned Lake Placid, Anaconda, Deep Blue Sea, everything else.
And we kept pushing this one back.
You kept pushing this one back.
Yeah, you're right. Well, all right, here's the deal.
I kept my eye on, is it still streaming on Amazon Prime? Is it still streaming? And fortunately it was. So I didn't have to pay any money.
Oh, that makes me so happy. You didn't have to run 6 miles for it.
Not this time.
There is a commentary on it with the director, John Polson, and actors Jesse Bradford and Erika Christensen. And I really didn't want to listen to it because I'm like, what are they going to talk about? But they were professional. It was a fun commentary. I actually learned a decent amount from it. And I was pretty impressed with a lot of commentaries. Just, it's really bad. Like, no one wants to talk. There was a conversation through the whole 84 minutes, which I appreciated. But I just was that, like, so, you know me, I can't go into a podcast without knowing everything I can possibly know.
Yes, you and I are very different in that way.
And
I have just watched the film.
I'm so thankful that you did. You're the only person I've been able to get to do this. But now I feel like I'm the scholar on Swimfan in the United States, which is weird. A very weird thing.
Are there other people clamoring for this title, do you know?
Well, no. And so that's why
it's yours for the taking.
Exactly. But I think there's going to be some Swimfan fans out there who are very excited. And next time when I choose this way too high in a draft, people are going to be like, oh yeah, Swimfan.
What other draft are you going to pick, Swimfan?
Best PG-13 thriller.
So we're probably not going to do a Dan Hedaya draft, as much as I might like to.
Well, we're doing that in this episode.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, no, we're doing it. Yeah, no, that's our draft for this round.
Okay.
But,
oh dear. Why didn't I see that coming?
If we did this thriller or drama, Swimfan number one. And I'll just make everyone lose, like, just want to quit.
Yeah.
Make the podcast go into chaos.
I mean, I can think of very, very few categories where this would be the best film.
I have some questions for you.
Fire away.
Okay, so I have a bunch of questions for you. So our hero in this story, right?
I'm unsure who you're talking about.
Ben Cronin.
Okay, loose definition of hero.
When did he get into drugs? So he's 17, would you say, right?
Yeah, 17. So he spent 6 months in juvie, which is when he started swimming, or at least started getting into swimming, like, as well as he did.
Yeah.
So he can't have gotten to a Stanford Scout level of swimming in 6 months. There must have been, and it's just the cops still remember his history, so he must have been out of juvie for, let's say, at least a year. So he must have been locked up at least 18 months ago. So if he's 17 now, then we're looking at 15 and a half, like 15-ish.
When did it start?
But when, this is the thing, when he gets busted for taking the steroids later on, his mum says, like, this is how it started last time. So he must have been doing some kind of a sport beforehand where he was doing performance enhancing drugs. So to have been caught for that one. So was that swimming or was that something else?
Was he doing performance enhancing drugs or was he doing drugs?
They just said drugs, but she said this is how it started last time. Oh no, but she was being more generic in terms of like failing at school and things. So
his mom is a doctor. His mom's a doctor, right?
Yes, and he's a volunteer nurse assistant at the hospital. Yeah,
and they live in an affluent neighborhood.
Okay.
Right. So his dad must have done a number on him when he was 12, 13. Remember he said his dad used to cheat on his mom?
Yeah.
So when his dad left, do you think he went through a rebellious phase and started low on drugs and then he started stealing?
I think that makes sense. Yeah. And he has a very, very big car as well, which can't be cheap.
No.
So I'm guessing either his mum earns a great deal as a doctor, which is great for her, or his dad's paying some kind of alimony, or like child support. So yeah, maybe his dad bought it to kind of curry favor, to apologize for the psychological trauma he put his son through that ended up with him having a criminal record.
Did he do drugs with Josh, the guy who's always doing the fingers, like you know the guy his buddy swimmer,
the utter asshole,
the guy who's always doing the hand stuff. So right now I have my hands up in the air and I kind of have them in gun symbols and I'm kind of doing a Yosemite Sam, or like I'm kind of like yo, but I have very aggressive hand motions, and that's what this guy did. Were they like, did they run together when they were kids?
I can see that. I mean, Josh is a horrible person. He's like, when he's walking backwards down the hallway and someone else walks into him who is walking backwards and he has a massive go at the guy.
And he goes, hey! He screams hey at him twice.
He does. And the guy just tries to walk away. It's Christopher. It's Madison's cousin. And he's trying to walk away because, you know, he's doing his own thing. He wasn't walking backwards. But Josh just wants to have a fight.
Is Josh on performance-enhancing drugs, and that's how Madison is able to get Ben?
I don't think he can be, because they have the urine test, and he doesn't fail it.
At what point does she sneak in performance-enhancing drugs into his urine sample?
It's a good question.
So he's a state swimmer, by the way, if you're listening. So this movie, Swimfan, it's about an obsessive woman who falls for a very willing senior swimmer.
It's teen Fatal Attraction
there
with
it
swimming.
Is. So, hey, also I looked up Stanford swimming, and they're number 2 in the nation right now.
Who's number 1?
I don't know. I just looked for Stanford.
Okay.
Hank University. Rhode Island University is number 1.
That's where Amy was going to go, Rhode Island. So maybe she's a secret swimmer. She's on the women's team.
I feel so bad for Amy in this movie, man.
God. Yeah.
Like, all right, so this movie, all right, it made good money. It made what, 13 million its opening weekend. It beat My Big Fat Greek Wedding, which everyone was shocked.
Jesus.
Yeah, it made money, and if you add in inflation, it was over a $20 million opening, which is pretty big for a Swimfan. Cost $10 million. They made this as an indie, and then Fox bought it. So this movie was made for $10 million in New York, and then I listened to the commentary. I know all this stuff, but all right. So the biggest problem with this movie is that Ben Cronin, his girlfriend seems really cool.
Yeah.
Like, all right. All right, so the beginning scene, it's really creepy. It's just the two of them in their car, like, hooking up, right?
Yep.
All right. And then, yeah, very, like, in front of cars. Cars are just driving by. So, and then she's really cool to him. She's like, hey, we're going to you're actually leaving me, because I'm going to Rhode Island. You're leaving across the country. I'll go to Berkeley. It's that easy for me, and I'll be there for you. We can get an apartment. And she works, like, a late job, and she's in high school. So she knows, like, responsibility, right? She's always closing the place at 2 a.m.
Yeah, she's a good kid. She knows she must be good to get into Berkeley, and she's dating one of the hottest sports guys in the school, so she's just got kind of a good reputation at the school. She's kind of the all round pack.
And like, no, I think everyone in the school likes her because she's not rude to anybody, and then she's also has a job, so she's not like a real, uppity, you know what I mean? Like, this seems pretty cool. But
there's no flaws to her or her personality at all. She's just ideal.
Yeah, very underwritten. But I like, but you know what though? After spending so much time with this movie, I'm like, I like her, what she did in the role. You feel for her, because at the end she's a wreck because of this idiot. But all right, they never have a fight, right? They haven't. She's not like this rude. She's not cold to him. She's not planning on going to she's planning on going to a college he's not going to. He has no reason to be annoyed at her. And that's why when he first meets Madison, it's like one day and she seduces him. I know we're talking about high schoolers. This is really weird. But like that Ben Folds. Hey, Ben Folds. 5. Oh my gosh. So like that happens so quick. And then you're like, I don't like this guy. Like, cause he's not, there's nothing wrong in his life. So then when he just does that, and then he's like, my mom got cheated on. I'm like, what does that mean? I don't know how you felt.
I didn't like him almost immediately. Well, as soon as he started kind of, it seemed unintentional, but since he started flirting with Madison, kind of more like, or at least considering it when he's in the car with her, he's very insistent to give her a ride home. And he always runs her over because he's checking out some other random girl.
Yeah.
Which, okay. But then he's very insistent to give her a ride home. And he says that he's handy all over the place, and gives her like a kind of a cocky smile. And then, the next day they kiss in the pool.
Yeah.
She leans in for the kiss, stops and says she's okay with him kissing her. I'm like, well, no duh. But he shouldn't, it was entirely his responsibility to not get into that situation. And as soon as he went further, as soon as he started giving her swimming lessons in her underwear, that was a line had been crossed.
Yeah.
And he was irredeemable. But later in the film, you find out that she was targeting him and had her sights set on him before she'd even got to the school. All the newspaper clippings. You have to assume that she's had those for a while.
Yeah, because she's only been there for like a day.
Yeah. So even if he hadn't helped her break into her locker and almost run her over, which how did she orchestrate that?
Oh, do you want to hear something funny?
Go for it.
All right, so in the original cut, they had her appearing at the most random moments, like she was a ghost. So
I did think for a minute, is she have some kind of like force powers? She can phase through walls or go invisible or something.
They had stronger scenes. Yeah, they had stronger scenes. So that one time when he looks up and he sees her up there, then he looks over and she's at the door. They shot that scene, and then they ended up cutting it. And then they had a couple more where she just popped up everywhere like she was a jumper. Would that have made the movie more interesting? Like, this woman's a jumper.
It'd be a very different film.
A seducing jumper.
I think I'd rather see a film with her than Hayden Christensen.
I love Jumper.
I saw Jumper. That would be a very. I mean, at the moment, it's a very kind of grounded, like drama thriller. If you had sci-fi fantasy elements to it, this could be a franchise at this point. This could be like the new Species or something.
She just jumps to different schools and messes with swimmers.
Yeah, why not?
Now, Ben's a terrible swimming coach because she's like, I can't swim, and I thought that was a ploy.
Yeah,
right?
Me too. Yeah.
And at the end, she literally can't swim.
Well, she only had a very short lesson that ended with far more sex than is normally present in a swimming lesson. As I understand it. I've not had swimming lessons since I was a child. And that would have been a very wrong direction for that to have gone in. But Mark, I did some research for this podcast.
Oh, let's hear it.
I went swimming.
Oh, wow.
Which is, I know, you're impressed. This is something I haven't done for well over a decade. But I thought I'm going to be on. This is entirely true. I'm going to be on the Swimfan podcast. I think I should probably have some more recent experience with the environment this is set in. So I went to a swimming pool, middle of the day, deserted, just me and my wife. And it was pretty boring. Like actually swimming up and down is a pretty dull thing to do. When you're not swimming and you're just kind of larking about, having fun, having a chat, great. But the actual swimming up and down, oh God, it's tedious.
Yeah, it bored you?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be the most boring sport to ever do. I like, you know me, I like to run. You can stick your headphones in and listen to the Movies, Films and Flicks podcast while you go for a run. Can't really do that with swimming unless you pay for some very expensive waterproof headphones. I don't understand how people can quite happily get into a pool and just go back and forth for hours on end.
You know where you messed up?
Where did I mess up?
You weren't playing rock music during it.
I wasn't, that's true.
During this movie, they go for the rock music.
They do. It's very 2002.
But I love it though because it's like, how do you make swimming like when you're not being chased by a shark or an alligator or an anaconda or a piranha? How do you make swimming interesting? Just blare up the metal.
Yeah, well, you swim into your dead classmate, bleeding from the head.
Jeez Louise, with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So, how many laps did you swim? Were you good?
We were there for about 45 minutes, so we didn't really count.
Got it.
We had a little race at one point, which, I won. But she got bored halfway through, so it's still a win. It still counts.
Megan would wipe the floor. She was a swimmer, so she'd wipe the floor with me if we tried.
I'm sure she could beat me too.
When I swim, it's not like there's no fans of my swimming. It's just slapping the water aggressively.
You have quite a wide splash zone.
If I was trying to swim quietly, I couldn't do it, just slapping the water.
There's more water out of the pool than in by the time you're done.
So, all right, when this movie ended, how were you feeling? What were your thoughts?
I was kind of surprised that it ended so soon. The version I watched ends at 78 minutes was when the credits start.
Yep.
It's a very short film.
Hey, you're welcome.
I wasn't disappointed that much. I was kind of annoyed that, he wasn't on the swimming team. He'd been cut for being caught taking steroids. But then they kind of proved that Madison was behind a lot of things and crazy, and she probably did this. But he still wasn't swimming. He's back with Amy. I don't know whether he should be or not because this guy did cheat on her.
She's too good for him, man. She's way too good for him. She is too good.
Yeah, she needs to move on and find someone better.
Yeah.
Jason Ritter seemed like a nice guy.
Oh yeah, they should have had that at the end where he's by himself, has a beard, and then she's with him. Like Jason Ritter wins states. He's
really let himself go.
Yeah, and then he's going to go to Rhode Island to be with her because he respects her. He's not expecting her to follow him.
You know what they have at Rhode Island? Swimming pools.
Exactly.
Also, probably the ocean. It's an island.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He realizes how great she is. He's not going to make her chase him. So he's going to go hang out with Amy.
That's Swimfan 2.
Randy's revenge.
Yeah. It's not revenge. If anything, it'd be Ben's revenge on Randy for, in his mind, stealing his girl.
Is that the sequel name? Swimfan 2? Ben's revenge on Randy for, in his mind, stealing his girl?
It's a little long. We can probably get an acronym or something.
I love that. Acronym.
Ben's revenge on Randy. So that's BRAW for, in his mind. BRAW. Fim for, in his mind. Urgently stealing. Brofim's Agug. There you go. Swimfan 2, Brofim Gags. Whatever.
Oh, yes. Poor Randy.
Yeah, he gets not a lot to do other than he loses his asshole friend.
Yeah.
Maybe
both of them.
Well, he doesn't. Not everyone has to hook up for a film to end. It's not what it's all about. But I like to think that he and Josh's ex-girlfriend, who I don't know if she had a name, Renee. There we go. Josh's ex-girlfriend Renee. Maybe Randy and Renee hook up because actually Randy wasn't even involved in the ploy at the end to entrap Madison. Like,
nope.
Renee's filming it. Christopher's the decoy. Ben attacks her from the side, but Randy nowhere to be seen.
That scene, like, it took me about 3 times to realize what was going on in that scene. Because it's Jake. All right, so she apparently a Jake Donnelly, a shortstop, annoyed her. So she unbuckled a seatbelt and they crashed a car, correct?
Yeah.
And she keeps waiting for him to wake up. So one day, Ben, steals his clothes. And then he puts the clothes on Christopher. And in the hospital, when she is there to kill Amy, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. They say, Jake Donnelly, come to registration. She's like, wait, that's my ex-ex. So
I didn't know if she was like imagining that.
Yeah, she saw his face. Remember?
Well, she saw the she. Or I don't know if she was imagining hearing the Tannoy saying that because she's a crazy person, and she was about to go and kill somebody else. Maybe she's having flashbacks to the last person that she killed, or presumably the last person she killed. Who knows what kind of a spree she's been on? So yeah, I was when I kind of saw the guy, and I thought she might be seeing a vision of Jake Donnelly. Maybe that's not really him. Maybe it's all in her mind. But then when it turned around, it was Christopher. I didn't know who it was going to be. I thought it might have been Ben.
I love Christopher in this movie. And so, yeah. You know James DeBello? Have you seen him in other movies? I'm
not familiar with him. I meant to look him up. He looked a bit like Brendan Fraser.
Oh, I'm like a big fan of his. He was in some movies in the 90s, early 2000s that I loved. So he was in Cabin Fever, the original one. He's also in Detroit Rock City. I don't know if you've ever watched Detroit Rock City, but
I have not.
Oh man, I look it up at least because that's a movie. Yeah. Edward Furlong. They're going to see a Kiss concert, and I haven't watched it since it came out, but I remember loving that movie. And he's also in Scary Movie 2.
And then you lost me at Edward Furlong, but you brought me back in at Melanie Lynskey and Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah, and then nice, yeah, it's fun. And then he's in a Dorm Days movie, like Dorm Days 2. So he actually works a lot. But I liked him in this movie. He like the guy. I'm used to him being this loud, like braggart, kind of an idiot. So it's weird seeing him. It was basically countercasting, seeing James DeBello in this role because he had the big glasses. But I liked him. And then that scene where he's helping out, when he's helping out Ben, and she's like, "Oh, do you have a friend in here?" She's like, "Actually, you'd have to have friends to have them in." I'm like, "Whoa!"
I felt so sorry for him. And when Ben goes around to drop off Madison's music book, he says, "You don't have to be nice to me." Yep. Like, how sad is this guy's life that he's just saying, like, I know you probably think you should just be kind, but don't worry. Don't worry about being kind to me. I'm not worth being kind to.
And I love when he gets treated terribly too. When he gets yelled at by Dante, or no, when he gets yelled at by Josh.
Josh. Yeah.
I love that no one does anything.
Yeah, well, because I think he's just got to be known as the school weirdo.
But he's a nice guy. There's nothing wrong with him.
He's just quiet, and he's got the glasses, got the hearing aid, so he's unfortunately he looks a bit different. So unfortunately, he gets picked on.
I am so happy though that he wasn't killed, and I'm also happy that I thought maybe he'd get it, like he'd pop up somewhere for helping.
Well, we only lose the bad people. We lose Josh and we lose Madison. Everyone else survives. So
how awesome would that be? The end of this movie, it's just Ben staring through a window, watching Randy, Amy, and Christopher just hanging out, having a laugh.
Well, Christopher and Renee now know each other, so let's check Renee in there as well. She's
Renee.
Female characters.
Yeah, Renee. She got a couple lines in, but then so Renee risked her life to help.
Yeah.
So the 4 of them just hanging out playing D&D or something, or at the restaurant eating lobster.
But what's Ben doing? If he's stuck inside watching them, but what's he doing? No,
he's outside in his truck, just staring at them. Realizing everything he's lost.
He turns the truck on and plows through them all.
Oh, goodness. Ben's revenge. But I'm telling you, man, because just watch the trailer for Detroit Rock City and you'll see James DeBello. And then you watch this and it's just, in the commentary, they were laughing so hard because they were so used to him being something else. And they sort of loved him. But what I didn't realize is that, well, no, I guess I realized that, but by the time they made this, Jesse Bradford and Erika Christensen were kind of really experienced in the industry. Jesse Bradford had done Bring It On, which he was big for. He had done Romeo and Juliet. He was in Hackers. And then Erika Christensen was in Traffic. She was in a bunch of other movies when she was a kid. So they were names when this came out in 2002 that had some momentum.
I only know him from West Wing, which he did after this. Which, he's Ryan Pierce in West Wing, who's just a little squirmy worm of a character.
Oh, really?
He's a really annoying, really like cocky, just gets in everyone's way kind of guy. But he does it very well. So that may have been one of the reasons why I immediately didn't like him, just because I'm coming into this thing. Oh, it's Ryan Pierce from West Wing. I hate this guy.
So I looked at everything that these people did after this. The director, John Polson, he went on to do tons of TV, Elementary, Without a Trace, Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Blue Bloods, Mentalist, Fringe, and then he did that De Niro picture, Hide and Seek.
But his greatest credit was before Swimfan. It's Mission Impossible 2 as Billy. Yep. He's the helicopter pilot in Mission Impossible 2.
Major role, too.
Major role. He's like fourth or fifth build, maybe.
Yeah.
and never returned for another film, because everyone hates Billy.
That's kind of a bummer. And I'm also bummed that Maggie Q and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers never returned.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of became a staple of the films, that if you're part of the team and you're not Ving Rhames and you don't get to come back. But then they got Simon Pegg. Jeremy Renner's now fallen into that category. He got one extra film and then gone.
I was watching this, and I looked at the producers. There's Joe Caracciolo, I guess, but he did Dune, the upcoming Dune, produced it. Logan, Dracula Untold, and then another guy went on to do Crazy Rich Asians, Hell or High Water, Book of Henry, which is terrible.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them were associated with Movie 43, that terrible movie that came out.
Yeah, have you seen that?
Oh, I couldn't do it.
I have. I've sat through it.
It's bad. I background watched it because that's what I had to do to survive. But then
I reviewed that thing, so I took notes because I had a little project on my site to review every Kate Winslet film. I made that pledge before she signed up to be in Movie 43. And she's in the first segment, and I still had to sit through the rest of it. I had to sit through Stephen Merchant getting plastic surgery to look Asian.
And doesn't someone have doesn't Hugh Jackman have a
testicles on his chin? Yeah, that's the Kate Winslet segment. She goes on a blind date with him, and he has testicles on his chin. There is one decent segment in it, which is
Johnny Knoxville.
No, I wasn't even a fan. That's okay, but the joke is just, Gerard Butler's voicing a foul-mouthed leprechaun. Isn't that funny?
That's kind of that's not funny, but the idea. You just said it and it made me laugh.
There's a segment with Terrence Howard as a basketball coach of a team that's entirely African American, and they're playing a team of white kids, and he's giving the motivational speech, and it's just, you're gonna win because you're black and they're white.
Yeah, you're gonna crush them.
You're gonna destroy. This is what's gonna happen. And the players are all kind of like, but coach, what if they're better than us? They're like, but you're black and they're what? It's just they hammer it into the ground over and over again, and it's his like straight face delivery and the kids. That's the one decent scene of this whole terrible film that I don't know why I bring it up so often.
What about the Lee Schreiber Naomi Watts bit?
That's an odd one. Yeah, the homeschooling. This film is burned into my brain. I haven't seen it for maybe 6 years. It's in there.
The Chloe Grace Moritz one?
Oh, yeah, that's when she has her period. Her first period. And
How? Right? This movie, wow.
And there's the Anna Faris one where she just wants Chris Pratt, I think, to just take a dump on her. Is it Chris Pratt?
They had some trust in these producers to do this thing.
Yeah.
You know the cinematographer also shot Battlefield Earth of this movie?
That I haven't seen.
And he did Hell or High Water, the Oscar-nominated film.
That I have seen. That's very good.
Did you notice
very well shot film? Yeah.
The blue tint that happened when she turned in the when he said "Don't see me anymore," and then it went to blue tint?
Well, there's the blue tint, and then there's the score making psycho shower noises, and there's some very odd directorial flourishes here when we're seeing things. We're seeing like Madison the scenes where she kind of turns a little bit, where we
Her
start
jump cuts.
Yeah, jump cuts, but like they filmed each scene 4 or 5 times and just merge them all together. And they'll show the same line being said in 3 different takes from 3 slightly different angles in quick succession. And I just found that to be, it's a directorial choice. I think it was a mistake. It's odd.
You know what I didn't even think about? So in this movie, they found a swimming pool in Brooklyn that they just liked, and they shot there.
Okay.
But that doesn't look like, because they scouted a bunch of high school swimming pools, and they all don't look good at all. They're not very atmospheric.
I wouldn't say this one was all that impressive.
But it's a weird high school pool, right?
I never had a pool at my school, so I'm not sure what they look like. We just used the local community center one.
Yeah, you're right. So they probably go to well, they had their own, didn't they? Attached to the school?
This one they did, yeah. So I'm saying I don't know. I can't compare this to other high school swimming pools because I've not seen any, but it looked like how I would expect a swimming pool to look. So mission accomplished there. But it didn't look overly impressive or atmospheric in terms of requiring a whole scouting trip. Maybe they did scout out a bunch and they didn't look swimming pool enough. They all had some weird quirks to them in some way. Like my local swimming pool, they have the big pool, then there's a little pool attached to it. Maybe they didn't, or like off to one side. Maybe they didn't want to have that little pool, so they just needed this rectangle, nothing more, just rectangle, seats all around it, go. So it took a while to find that, perhaps.
And they didn't want anything outdoors. That's too much elements, and they didn't have enough money.
That just adds more problems to the plot, probably, if they do it outdoors.
Yeah, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, and we come back. We'll talk about the actual plot of Swimfan. How's that sound?
I mean, okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and it's time, Jay. Guess what time it is?
Is it time for the Dan Hedaya draft?
Yeah, it is. Am I becoming too predictable here?
I mean, you said earlier that we'd be doing a Dan Hedaya draft.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to be like, what time is it, Mark?
Oh, I'm sorry. What time is it, Mark?
Well, it's time for the Dan Hedaya draft.
Oh, my God. Is that time already for the Dan Hedaya draft?
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think? All right. So, I have a number between 1 and 2 up. What is it, 1 or 2?
2.
Yep, you got it. So you get the first pick.
Oh, no.
So what we're doing here is every episode we do a draft, a really random draft. Then I put it up on Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook. I kind of just roll through. So whenever you hear this and you go to Movies, Films, and Flicks, you'll see a different poll coming up. We have a lot of fun. But you'll see similar ones to this if you go to Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook. So who's your first pick?
Okay, I gotta go with a film that has a questionable director, questionable actor, but Usual Suspects it remains one of my favorite films regardless of the people who made it.
Yeah, I know. He's excellent in it.
Yeah, well, it's Dan Hedaya.
Yeah.
He's excellent in it.
Well, in this movie, he did not like being there. He's like, you can get your swim time up. Are you swimming?
Yeah, well, he's a gruff coach. He's exactly what he needs to be. Just he's no nonsense.
Kobayashi.
You did, yeah.
He'll flip you. That movie's watchable though, man. You put Usual Suspects on, and you know what annoys me though, because you see it, and Stephen Baldwin is so good in it.
I mean, everyone's great in it. Stephen Baldwin, everyone. The problem is Baldwin gets overshadowed by Benicio del Toro.
Yeah,
like there is no getting past how incredible del Toro is. It's just such a powerful performance, and Baldwin. Most of Baldwin's scenes are with him, early on at least.
All right, so I'm gonna do Clueless. I have to do it.
Nice one.
I thought you were going Clueless first, and I'm like, no.
I was gonna go Clueless second.
You gotta do Clueless.
You gotta do Clueless.
All right, so who's your second?
I'm gonna go with Commando. Second.
I've lost. I have lost this.
I've just realised I made a mistake, but oh well, I've said it, so I'm going with Commando.
Oh wait, you made a mistake?
No, I'm taking it. I've said it. It's happening.
Wait,
I'm gonna have to hope you don't take the next one.
What's the mistake you made?
I should have picked someone else, but I didn't. I picked this, and it's mine now. So, Commando.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, he was in that. He's been in so many movies.
He has a pretty long and storied career.
All right, so I'll do. I don't know, man. I don't play the game. I'll do. I had a good one. I love this movie, and I think more people should watch it. I'm gonna say To Die For.
That's fine. Okay.
Because that's a great Kidman performance with Joaquin Phoenix.
I've not seen To Die For. I'll take your word for it.
It's really. I was gonna say it's to die for. I'm like, it's good.
Well, then I'll take a film I didn't like first time I watched it, but it sticks with you. I'll take Mulholland Drive. That's what I should have taken last time.
Yeah, I saw To Die For, and you know me, man. I go with my heart.
Yeah, I was kind of relying on you not thinking this through.
You can always count on that, man. That's. I hope Mark doesn't see it. Oh wait, no, it's Mark. All right, so
there's a shiny film. He'll get distracted by that and take it.
Well, you know what's funny? I always order first, and then like 3 minutes later, I'm like, oh hey, they have that. You know what? I'm gonna do Rookie of the Year.
Okay. Again, you're just picking the films I haven't seen. It's great.
So this kid's name is Rowan Gardner, and throughout the movie, the coach, who isn't Dan, is always like Gardenhoser, Rutabaga, and at the end he calls him Rowan Gardner, and everyone's surprised.
He gets it right at the end.
Yep, it's classic.
I'm going to take what was one of my first ever favourite films alongside Die Hard 3. I'm going to take Daylight.
Daylight?
With Stallone. I freaking love Daylight.
Wow.
Talk about a film no one talks about. no one even knows Daylight exists. But that's a film that I saw it on TV as a kid. In 96 it came out, so I was like 7 when it was released, and I think I was 8 or 9. And it's just, it's a tunnel collapses. Stallone's a disgraced paramedic. He's the only one who can go in and save these people from the tunnel, and he does. And Viggo Mortensen's in it, but not for very long. Viggo Mortensen's like a survival expert who tries to climb out from the tunnels and fails. I really like trapped survival adventure movies.
Ooh.
It's Deep Blue Sea in a tunnel with no sharks.
Well, and they get could we add it to the Soggy Saga because they're getting flooded in?
I mean, we absolutely could. Or it could even be added to our little side project that we're talking about.
Oh yeah, that'd be a fun random one.
Yeah.
Because you can't do normal ones with the side project.
I don't think so.
All right, I'm gonna do Addams Family.
Okay.
Number 4.
It's been a while since I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was good in that. I remember that role.
It's my last pick now.
Yep.
I haven't seen it, but I hear good things. I'm gonna take Dick.
It's a funny movie.
That's what I hear.
Young Ryan Reynolds, Michelle Williams.
I've run out of good films that I've seen.
Kirsten Dunst, Michelle Reynolds. It's fun.
I want to see it, but I don't want to take Alien Resurrection or A Life Less Ordinary. So.
All right, I'm gonna do a pretentious one here, but I love it. It's not pretentious because it's great. I'm gonna do Blood Simple.
Oh hell! I forgot about Blood Simple.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a good one. That should not be number 5. You've won this though. My only hope
you said it every time.
My only hope. Wait, didn't you win one time?
No.
Oh. I got smushed my last one. I've lost the last 2. Robert beat me.
I could have had Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. God damn.
Wait. He was in Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai?
He played John Gomez, apparently.
Oh,
I'm on his IMDb. I don't know.
I feel like
that's a stacked cast.
I feel like we should add one more each so you can have that one because we missed it. That shouldn't be on the list, shouldn't it?
I feel like it should be. It's going to make the length of my team name really long, but it makes up for Dick being quite short, I suppose. I'll take Buckaroo Banzai. Okay. But have you found some other hidden gem that we've all skipped over for his 6th one?
Yeah, The Hunger.
Is that the plan?
That's a good 1983 vampire film.
What is it? Sorry.
The Hunger.
Oh, The Hunger. Okay.
It's a good vampire picture.
Okay, sounds good.
I've lost.
Tony Scott. Yeah, that's got to be a good one.
I'm voting for your list.
I'm voting for my list too.
It's an eclectic
That's how
list.
You win election.
And I need you to. Oh, so I also need you to turn in your Rotten Squad for the 1990s, man. You got to do it.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. So back to Swimfan here. Man, I still feel so bad for Amy.
Oh, yeah, well, she doesn't deserve anything that happens to her. She almost dies a couple of times. She gets run off the road. She's on her little moped, which I can relate. And since we've been doing this, a car has tried to knock me off, but I got away. It's fine. And she's just chased down by Madison. She looks like she's riding through the park, but it's on a road. And Madison tries to kill her and almost succeeds, and then later straps her to a chair and throws her in the pool. She's not having a good life, and this is after she's been cheated on by her long-term boyfriend she's willing to give up her entire future for.
That she brought back from drug addiction and juvenile detention.
Yeah, and he even says that she's one of the best things in his life. Swimming and Amy.
Like,
She takes them both away.
what were his prospects when he went back? Like, he just gotten out of juvie, he was rough around the edges, and
He could swim.
She added a stability to his life that allowed him to swim without being stressed out. And he took that for granted.
I think the swim practice probably also added a kind of a scheduling to it as well.
Yeah.
It's good to have that routine to work stuff around.
Oh, yeah, you're right. To get back in the habit. Or no, to get, like, no, routine.
You want to get away from that habit.
Yeah,
you want to get a new habit.
To get away from that. Yeah, you're right. Hey, I want to read you something from...
I want to listen to you read me something.
All right, so MovieWeb wrote this, and I respect everyone's opinion. I just thought this was pretty interesting, and I just read this, and... All right, so honestly, at first I thought it was a joke. I don't know why I said honestly, because why would I be lying? But here it said, it may not have done the biggest box office, barely anyone remembers it now, but what it did in a cerebral sense, and with its visceral imagery, is worth more than any amount of money. And it's a damn lot more fun than Beautiful Mind, the movie that actually won Best Picture that year. Serious Erika Christensen's emotionally damaged deviant is way more interesting than Russell Crowe's math genius gone mental.
I don't think the phrase more enjoyable than A Beautiful Mind should be what you can define a film as being good or not by. Because A Beautiful Mind isn't supposed to be a fun film. It's a film that I like. Growing up as a kind of a math student, I was a fan of some aspects of that film. I don't think it should have got Best Picture, but also Swimfan should not have got Best Picture. That's an odd claim to make.
Yeah, and then they're like, name a better film in the 2000s. I dare you to name a better thriller.
A better thriller in the 2000s than Swimfan. Most thrillers from the 2000s.
She proved it. Daylight.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of thrillers from the 2000s, which I can't think of films in a genre when put on the spot.
Just proved a point.
You hate when people do this, but The Dark Knight.
Oh, hey. Or like Single White Female was definitely better. Oh, from the 2000s. Never mind.
Yeah. 2000s.
Memento?
Yeah. Machinist.
Inception? And then...
I just Googled 2000s thrillers and The Others has come up. Swimfan is better than The Others.
You and I don't have to touch on this long, but the point I'm trying to make from this article is that ultimately Swimfan was overlooked and has been for the past decade and a half. The way it dealt with a young woman not allowing herself to be a one-night stand was both poignant and groundbreaking. And so you and I don't need to touch on that aspect, right? But,
okay.
Like, unlike a woman not wanting to deal with a one-night stand, but that's not correct because she hunted this guy down. So it's not just like he didn't.
He is a victim here.
Yeah.
He's an unlikable hero, but he is a victim of her stalking. You can't really deny that.
Oh crap! I forgot to tell you. So in the beginning of the movie, there were a bunch of deleted scenes where his mom's like, "Take this." He's like, "No, I don't need it." She's like, "Take it." He goes, "Okay." So there were 3 scenes that they filmed in the movie where he can't say no to anything. And then
he just has no willpower.
Yeah, and then that's what led into his tryst with Madison because he just can't say no. He's too nice. There's 3 instances in the movie where he just couldn't say no.
Well, and he has a history of maybe that's how he got into drugs in the first place. Someone offered him drugs, he just couldn't say no, and it spiraled from there.
So
and someone offered him steroids. Maybe that's the story. Like Josh offered him steroids, and he couldn't say no.
That would have had character. That would have been character building, though. Oh, this guy can never say no. He has an addiction problem. Maybe his willpower's not too strong.
But that feels like character building in the same way that Marty McFly can't be called Chicken. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah. But at least it's something, right?
Yeah, it's better than, hey, she was close enough to kiss, so he kissed her.
Yeah.
That just feels weird.
And you notice that in the beginning of the movie, Josh is eating an apple like a jerk. And at the end, when he becomes a jerk, he starts eating an apple.
Yeah, that's... Only jerks eat apples.
Well, have you heard that trope, right? Jerks and apples?
I haven't.
Oh, so in movies, type in jerks eating apples. And there's a long history in cinema of jerks eating apples in movies.
Okay, I've not noticed this, but I will, I'll keep an eye out.
Dead serious. So the apple symbolizes his, fall from grace, and now he's a jerk. You hadn't seen him eat an apple prior to that. It was Josh.
Yeah, so what is it about eating an apple that makes people? Is it how loud they are?
It's just an aggressive movement, right? It's kind of a big bite and a chomp and a chew.
Yeah.
Like when you eat a cherry, or no, we eat a blueberry, a raspberry, looking Dracula Dead and loving it. It's just a quick eat it. But an apple, you gotta like.
You're taking part of it away. You're leaving a corpse behind.
You're right, a rotten, empty core. Oh, we just got to the core of the issue.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. I wish I had I wish people would applause that because that was really good, or boot it. It was worthy.
You could just leave a gap and either put in applause, booing, or just a tumbleweed going past.
Tumbleweed. Oh goodness, I love good tumbleweed.
So Ben works at the hospital, right? Yeah. And he goes to see his favourite patient, the only patient he's got there, Mr. Tillman.
The stock horny old guy.
Yes, right. He's a horny old guy who, when Ben says the scouts are coming, he gets all like wide-eyed and pushed and like sat up like, the Girl Scouts? This is all we know about this guy. He's a horny old man. And then why does the idea of the Girl Scouts make him happy that they're coming?
And he goes, "Are you going to hook me up with a woman?"
Yeah, I don't know the cutoff age for Girl Scouts in America. I'm guessing it's somewhere below legal.
Maybe he wants cookies?
Maybe he wants cookies. Let's just hope that's the case. He's probably not allowed them if he's in hospital.
Oh yeah, you can't have those two lines next to each other though. This movie did it. But how many, in the history of cinema, there's so many old guys that are just horny. Or horribly racist. That's such a trope that I'm tired of. What do you think?
It's a shorthand for, these people are out of touch, or you shouldn't like these people just because they're kind of set in their ways, they're bigoted.
Yeah.
It's not necessary here. It adds some flavor to this guy, I suppose. Or he could just be a sick old guy, but Ben could help him in ways other than giving him a nudie set of playing cards.
Okay. And there's a scene in this movie where Madison's angry at Ben because he's like, this has to stop. You just showed up at my house and you gave my mom flowers. This is squirrely. And she takes the club off of his car.
Yeah. It's a real low key thing to do. She took his keys. I thought, she's either going to steal his car or she's going to get a copy of his keys. Just going into his car, taking off the lock, closing the car and putting his keys back again. Feels like a real low-key thing to do. She's like, maybe she's trying to gaslight him. But that doesn't really go very far. That's the only thing she really does to do that.
He's like, I'm losing it.
But just from that one moment doesn't really go anywhere.
Do they know the family that she killed that guy that she's living with?
I don't know what they say. I don't think so, because when Ben goes to the room with the guy in a coma in it, they say that, his girlfriend had a seatbelt on, she was fine. So I think everyone outside of Madison blames, what's his name? Blames the coma guy.
Oh, okay. But that's interesting. And then also, that there's a deleted scene in this film where, I don't know if you noticed the weird timing that's going on, but there is, so when he's originally in her house and she's playing a cello, that scene didn't take place at the same time.
I did wonder, because she went straight from that to trying to murder Amy.
So
which seems like an odd afternoon.
And then he originally went by himself to research it, but they're like, let's have Chris do it. So then Chris takes him and he leaves his car in her home. He's parked.
Then I did think when Chris says, let's walk, he's parked outside her house pretty much.
Yeah.
And she knows his car. So she's going to at least come out and think, that's odd. Ben's car is here. And Christopher, I heard him with somebody. 2 + 2.
Yeah.
So that seemed like an odd choice.
And also, there's a basketball scene where he's playing angry basketball. And that's the moment originally when Amy got smushed on her moped.
Huh.
So there's a montage. No, it's on the deleted scenes. Yeah, he's doing an angry basketball montage. He's getting out his energy.
Playing on his own.
Yeah.
Is this a solo angry basketball montage?
Yes.
Every film should have one.
And they're like, well, that doesn't really make sense. Why would he go play basketball?
Because he's angry.
That? Yeah, so he had to get his anger out.
It's about a different sport. He should be doing that angry.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting. That scene. Now, so they had to make a ton of edits in this because a lot of the stuff didn't really work, and they had to do some reshoots too because and originally it was just her in the cop car, and then she got loose. And then they did a reshoot where she gets the cop's gun at the train thing and shoots him.
When she was handcuffed in the cop car and she gets out because she grabs the gun and shoots him, etc. I was waiting for her to slide a hairpin out of her sleeve and pick the lock like he had done with her locker.
Oh,
because I was expecting more from this film than it was giving me.
Well, the hairpin comes back later.
It does. That's good. That's a setup and callback.
And he saves Amy.
I thought that she was gonna get herself out through means other than the cop spilled his drink. They're distracted by a train. I'll make use of the situation. I thought she would have had a plan. But we haven't got to the topic that I thought we would have done that you mentioned back on when we were on the Lambcast talking about this, which is Madison a fan of swimming? That was your whole point back on that podcast. Is she a swim fan? Because no, she's not. She's a swimmer fan. She is a Ben fan, which is a worse title for a film.
Yeah, because I guess swim fan comes from her username, but she's not a fan of swimming.
No, that's just a way of luring Ben in. Like her former username was probably baseball fan.
Very like the
85.
Very, yeah. 84.
Actually, that's it was Swimfan 85, which the fact that she's called Madison is perfect. I don't know if you know this, the trivia about the film Splash, where in Splash you have the character of Daryl Hannah whose character is called Madison because they're on Madison Avenue. And before the film Splash came out, no one was called Madison. There's a whole scene in Splash where, like, Madison, that's not a name, that's a road. But as soon as Splash came out, people started naming kids Madison. There was a spike in names of people being called of girls being called Madison in late 84 and 1985. So the fact that she's called Madison and her birthday is canon 1985 is perfect. That's one credit I can give to Swimfan.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
And it's Splash. It's a film about swimming.
Do you think that's why she doesn't like swim? Like, she doesn't know how to swim. So do you think she knew that she got her name from that and then she just rebelled?
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she loves eating fish as well, just like as kind of a vengeance.
Angry. There is an angry fish eating montage in this film.
Better be. There better
where
be. That's one of the cutscenes. Yeah.
It's a song by Limp Bizkit.
Which one?
It's called Turn It Up. And she's just slamming fish,
just jumping on sushi, just downing them.
But angry eating is. I never thought I'd see salmon being eaten angrily.
Oh, and when she gets to the eggs and just the caviar, that goes everywhere.
Yeah, and like the spoon.
That's not going to come out. That stuff stains.
Yeah, she was like this ferocious eating. I'm surprised she didn't take a tooth out by stabbing herself with her fork.
That's why, at the end when she goes in the pool and she kind of drowns and she sinks because she's full of all the fish eggs. She just weighed down.
Yeah, she couldn't even swim if she tried.
No. Maybe that's it. She can actually swim. It was a ruse, but she'd eat. You're supposed to leave half an hour between eating and swimming, and she just binged on all that salmon beforehand, and it's just nothing she could do. She
went to the pool, dropped off Amy, and then she went and just slammed some fish.
She hit up a yo sushi, and she just took the whole conveyor, or everything, took it all.
Did she pay?
Did she pay? Of course she didn't pay. She's a psychopath.
So you think she just dined and dashed?
Absolutely. She's tried to kill someone earlier that day. She's gonna try again with the same person. She's not gonna stick around and pay for food.
Wow. What kind of is she eating? All right, there's variations of sushi. Is she doing like the rice covered one, or is she just doing the fish?
Mark, she's taking it all. She's mainly focusing on the kind of the fish heavy stuff, but she's not going to turn it. She just has such a vengeance for any and all aquatic creatures that none shall escape her meal.
All right, so in the deleted scene, the squish noises were very loud, and they said audience.
I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean it's hard to eat. So sushi's not a dry food.
No.
So
yeah, and then there's also a 30-second scene where she takes too much wasabi, and then she has to drink a bunch of water.
Yeah, and it pains her. You can see it pains her to drink water just because it reminds her of splash. I mean, she when she puts the glass down and it makes a kind of a splash noise, just there's that pain that shoots across her face. It just that splash noise. It's haunted her whole life.
What kind of liquid does she drink?
It's mainly solids. I think she has like jelly, because it's not liquid at that point, but there is water in it.
Cantaloupe? Isn't there water and like coconut?
Yeah, it's stuff like celery. She just gets all of her water from like grapes and things.
Because she hates water so much because
she
of
just
Ben.
hates liquids. If you look through Swimfan, you'll never see a shot of her drinking.
I wish we would have led with this, because this is pretty good. She never does. I never see her drinking. Never. When they're out for dinner, she's not eating. She's not drinking.
Mark, I watched Swimfan looking out for her having a drink. It doesn't happen.
So when she watches the swim meet, she watches from the upper row because she does not want water on her.
And her mouth is so dry.
Yeah,
so dry. Like when she's seducing Ben, she has to go swimming. Like it's painful for her. It's like when Gollum has the elven rope around him.
When she's calling Josh Ben, is she actually trying to say Josh? She just has a super dry mouth.
That's what happens if your mouth is that dry. Like, try it. Next time you're at the beach, fill your mouth up with sand and try and say Josh. It will sound like Ben.
I'm going to do that.
It's just a fact. It's just a fact.
All right, so any Movies, Films, and Flicks listener, if you're by sand right now, do that and just let us know.
Please.
That's very interesting. She probably hated going in and talking to Amy, too, because her restaurant was on top of water on that pier.
Well... but then that's a psychological thing. She likes to be above it. She thinks she's
to have
better
power.
Than it. Yeah.
Wow. Is that why she slid that pot of water under her bed?
Yeah, I mean, she likes to be close to it, but it has to be below her.
Wow.
So in a pinch, she will set up some like wooden slats over a bath and sleep on that, like pour some water in the bath and just kind of. It's uncomfortable, but she has to have that power.
Wow.
She just has to have it.
I mean. I see it, right? If you can't control many things in your life, you want to control the things you can.
Yeah, and she can always ensure that she sleeps above water.
Wow. Yeah, I wish I would have seen the end of that Dine and Dash scene, because that's that Limp Bizkit they wrote the song for the movie Turn It Up.
Well, and like, just as she's starting to Dine and Dash, just as she's getting up to go, a waiter walks past with a tray of water, and she almost runs into it. And
she took out her knee.
Tense.
Remember that knee snap?
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, so Limp Bizkit, they're like, when you're mad, when you're sad, eat some fish, it'll make you glad. That's the song lyrics. They wrote it specifically for that scene. And then chew it up, and then turn it up.
So talking about Swimfan not being up for Best Picture, how was that not up for Best Song? Limp Bizkit should have an Oscar.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2002. I think it was ahead of its time, Yeah.
The world wasn't ready for Limp Bizkit to have an Oscar. But now their day has come.
Yeah, I think the critical turn is starting to happen, I would say, towards this film.
My Limp Bizkit knowledge is very, very slim. I cannot continue down this road.
Now, I'm very happy about this ending you talked about with Renee, Christopher, Amy, and Randy.
Yeah.
Like, they seem like a nice group.
They do. They don't need Ben.
If I was in high school, I'd want to get in with that group.
I think you could, Mark. I think you have it in you. You could replace Ben.
Because Chris, he likes to read. He's chill. Renee, she just hangs out. She seems nice.
Oh, she's got her camera. She's clearly into film.
And she'll put her life on the line for you.
Yeah.
Like, she'll drop... and then, Amy's cool. She can get free seafood. And then Randy's just a nice kid. Non-threatening.
He's the school's best swimmer now.
Yeah. And I had another thing I wanted to talk about in this movie, but I just forgot. Oh, what was it? Oh, Ben got framed for hurting Amy because the car ran over her. But Ben could just say, I was hours away.
Yeah, there is this nurse I was talking to at this hospital. She is an alibi. Also, there's probably CCTV here.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
These are not good cops.
Also, there's Madison's cousin, Christopher. He took me here.
Yep. He was waiting. I signed in.
That, yes, I was breaking and entering into someone's house. I'll admit that. I didn't attempt murder.
Yeah, and then also the cops wanted to talk to him about Josh's death, but he had an alibi for that as well because wasn't he with Amy? And Amy was like, "You need to leave."
But that only is sticks if she survives being run off the road by Madison.
Yeah, it's true.
She's tying up the loose ends. She's Final Destination 2ing this thing.
Oh man, this cast this would have been interesting. I like these actors. Imagine if a Final Destination situation happens during Swimfan.
I can see that. I mean, Josh is basically the guy who dies in the swimming pool in Final Destination 4.
He gets his butt sucked out of him.
Final Destination.
Yeah. Randy's the nice kid who gets blown up at the very end. Amy lives. Madison gets...
Yeah, Amy's the hero.
Amy, what happens to Amy? Pool? Lightning in a rainstorm?
Yeah.
A tub falls on her.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Like in the Final Destination.
I mean, Madison has to drown. It has to be water-based. Like she might have the Todd death in the shower because she slips on the water.
Oh, wait, how about this? There's a full tub, right? It somehow falls upside down and lands on her, trapping her with the water. So she has this tub that's stuck in the ground. No one can pull it off while she's in the water.
I like it. Or it could be like the tanning beds, where like she gets trapped in it somehow and there's not enough air. There's that film where people get trapped in a swimming pool overnight, over a weekend. It's that kind of a situation, but there's no air at all.
Yeah, Ben gets trucked probably, right? Hit by something.
I see him having the guy in the first guy in Final Destination 2 who has the ladder go through his eye.
Oh,
that one of my favorite scenes in any film.
And then Death is just like, "You're too nice, Amy, and you have to deal with all these people."
She's the one who has the visions.
Oh.
So she's trying to save these people. She saves Renee. Renee gets out. Everyone else, and she saves Christopher, but everyone else, unfortunately, we even lose Randy. We don't want to, but we lose Randy. Randy's the Sean William Scott of this one. He just get "Stay away from me," and gets his head cut off.
Aw.
I mean, it's sad to see him go, but that's these films. That's what happens.
Can Christopher get smushed by a glass plane?
Yeah, and down Hedaya, he needs to go as well. Whether he gets
catapult.
Yes, of course.
He's at a Ren fair. He's at a Ren fair, right? And he's yelling at Ben about getting his swim time up. And he steps onto a trebuchet that fires at the same time. And it just jettisons him 200 yards away.
Get your time up! Down, wouldn't it? Get your time down. Get your speed up. There we go.
Yeah, get your time down! Oh, man.
It's a little whitey coaty tough.
Then you hear a
Yeah, because he got flung a long way, but then also off a cliff.
Wait.
So he goes across and then down. He
lands on Renee's car, and then she runs into a logging truck.
Oh dear. No,
That's a coincidence.
I don't need more logging trucks in these films. It's bad enough driving behind it. I don't want a moped now, but it's kind of terrifying driving behind a logging truck. Even it's easier for me to wind away from the falling logs than it would be in a car. But still, I've seen that cop get smushed by the logs. I don't want that to happen to anyone nearby, least of all me.
All right. So, final thought about this movie.
It's not great. It's kind of predictable. Wait,
you thought that she would actually drown at the end?
No, but I thought, predictable in terms of broad strokes. She's. I didn't actually think that Ben and Amy would stay together. I kind of hoped they wouldn't, because as we've determined, she's better than him and she can do better than him, and Randy's right there. She looks
so sad at the end.
Yes, because she's stuck with Ben's for some reason.
Oh.
But yeah, it's kind of an unsatisfying ending for that point. Erika Christensen, I think, is good. She's acting wise, she's a pretty creepy villain.
Yeah, no one's bad in this. The actors are good in this movie.
Yeah.
We know that kid can act.
I could have done with just a bit more character for some of them, particularly Amy, or maybe more from Ben's mum.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, there was a deleted scene with Ben's mom where she was kind of flirting with her son, and she's kind of jealous that he's with Amy.
But I'm glad they cut that.
Yeah.
That would have been awkward.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. All right.
So what are your thoughts? Are you a Swimfan fan?
I mean, I definitely feel like I blew it up too much in my head. Now, I got to tell you, though. All right. It's 84 minutes long, 79 minutes.
It is not too long. I'll give it that.
Also, it made me very happy seeing James DeBello in that as someone just who likes all those movies. I mean, Erika Christensen's not bad. And I'm telling you, when I was watching, I'm like, this is crap, man. He's terrible. So it made me feel something. So I've watched movies where I've felt nothing. Does that make sense? Where you just watch it and you're like, oh gosh, like I have nothing to say about this film.
Yeah.
But I watched this and I was like, what? How'd they do that? So from, my brain, man, there's enough in there to make it an interesting watch for me. I'm happy I own it. I'm happy that John Lasseter sent me. I now own it. But I don't know, man. Like,
I'm happy I didn't pay for it.
It's not. It has enough there to not make it bland. Was it bland for you watching it?
It wasn't. I was captivated throughout. I wasn't ever bored.
Yeah.
It's not around long enough to bore me. So there's that, I suppose.
I guess, yeah, it's a ringing endorsement.
Yeah.
I want that on the DVD cover. It wasn't on long enough. No, I mean, if a teenager wants to watch it, I'd recommend it. Why not? It just...
Yeah, there's almost nudity in it. There's a makeout scene in a pool.
And she later, I still can't believe she just drowns. I guess the weirdest death for a villain ever.
Like she can't swim, and he'd rather save his girlfriend than the person trying to kill his girlfriend. Yeah, that makes sense.
She just drowned.
He is in no way conflicted about which way to go in this. He doesn't look up at all. He's just ignored what's happening. It's only once Amy is fine and breathing that they both kind of stand up and think, oh, Madison's dead. Okay, moving on.
Shuri Appleby, her stunt double couldn't do that pool thing. She freaked out too much. So she did most of those underwater scenes.
Wait, an actor just doesn't get a stunt double wouldn't. That's impressive.
Yeah, and then I'm happy though, Appleby, because I was like, I hope she did well, because she was in Roswell. She moved on to Unreal, that really popular TV show. And so she's been working steadily the whole time. And I guess she had a guest turn on Girls that people hated. I never watched the show.
Yeah, I'd never watched Girls. But sorry, I just want to say, they had sex in a pretty public pool.
Yeah.
And then the next day when he's swimming in it, he keeps on having flashbacks to it. My initial thought was not that he's like feeling guilty, but that he's disgusted that he's now swimming in the water he had sex in.
Yeah, you're right.
Because, talk about my research of going swimming. I got ill from doing that. My wife and I both went swimming. The next day, both had horrendous colds. They lasted for like 2 weeks.
You suffer for the MFF podcast, man.
I do. You have no idea.
And that's why you got a spot for life, so it's good.
Well, Daylight is the next one in the Soggy Saga. It's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, how about I'll watch it, and then we can maybe see if we want to do that for the new series, or either way, it'll be covered on the podcast.
We'll cover it, because I
and also,
for some reason, love that film.
If we had never ever watched this movie, we wouldn't have had the sushi eating talk.
No,
we wouldn't have been able to stick up for Amy.
Hey, Mark, I will always be grateful for any film that I watch that gets me to talk about it on the MFF podcast.
And the Trebuchet. That was gold.
And the Trebuchet.
I think you've said some funny stuff, man, but I think that was top 3 right there.
Well, let's stop it there before we ruin it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, well, hey, thanks for coming on, man. This was Hey, well, this was fun. Thanks for joining me, man.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Jay Cluitt, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.